Both sides, please. I'd like to invite Maria from the Chilean Community, Chilean Association. We salute the Chilean people, we salute those two flags. I was told one of them is from the south part of Chile. Am I right?
Yes, Mapuche.
Yeah, Mapuche. So Maria will say a few words.
Thank you, Bashir, and thank you, Sheffield, for coming today. I hope you know that there's 2 coachloads of people that have gone from Sheffield to the march in London, joining the hundreds and thousands, if not millions, marching in London today. So you should be all proud of yourselves, because we're all standing in solidarity. Palestinian historians now think that 900,000 people were made refugees following 1948's Nakba. Many important economic and political cities like Jaffa fell and were lost, and over 500 villages were completely destroyed. Today, we see 75% of Palestinians made refugees in their own country. Some of them have been displaced multiple times since October. But being a refugee is not just about numbers. Being a refugee is something that affects your life for the rest of your life. It means that you've fled, literally, with what you can carry. Can you even imagine that? Having to choose what little things you can take with you. It means that you've left your family and friends behind, sometimes forever. My dad never saw his parents alive again after being forced to be a refugee from Pinochet's dictatorship. And that is what's suffered by millions of refugees across the world, including our Palestinian brothers and sisters. It means that the qualifications you had in your own country, the career you had, means nothing, as it's not recognised in countries such as this. As you're made to clean tables, not that there's anything wrong with cleaning tables, but that becomes your job after you're an engineer, a doctor, a scientist, many other professions in the country that you fled from. It means that you're faced to learn a new language, having to deal with a new culture, a new system, on top of the racism that you suffer from daily and systematically. It means that you bring with you the trauma of what you've seen, of what you've experienced, of what you've witnessed, alongside the trauma that your children carry with them, after having faced that alongside you. And trust me, growing up as a child refugee brings its own problems. You spend most of your life trying to figure out if you're from there or if you're from here, then realising that you're from neither. And I can't talk about refugees without talking about Starmer's atrocious Rivers of Blood 2.0 speech he gave earlier this week. And I say to you, Starmer, who talks about the land of strangers, I don't know about you, but I have no strangers here. I'll tell you who the strangers are. That's the Labour Party. The Labour Party's policies of cutting back on benefits, targeting the most vulnerable society while leaving the richest to endure and carry on their riches, by totally ignoring the landlords who completely repress their tenants and then putting up rent again and again while people are struggling to feed their children and even give them breakfast. That is the party of strangers. By having a foreign policy that not only allows a genocide to happen, but actively supports it. As we learned this week, RAF have sent over 500 spy flights across Gaza, more flights that the IDF themselves have flown across Gaza to support the genocide in those countries. And you speak of strangers, Starmer. You are the party of strangers. When we fled the dictatorship in Chile, the Labour Party brought in military sanctions. They stopped selling military aid to Chile. Where is that today for the people of Palestine? Yes. When are you going to stop arming Israel? And when, and I say this as a committed trade unionist, are the unions in this country going to give their workers the right to put down their tools and stop producing the weapons that are being sent over to arm Israel? Trade unions, we need you to stand up today. But when you leave as a refugee, you also hold on to so many things. You hold on to the flag. You hold on to any small item that reminds you of home. You hold on to the culture, the clothes, the music, anything that reminds you of home. And that is why the key is so important to the Palestinian people, because that key symbolises the home they were forced to leave and their home they will return. And we will not stop supporting until the right to return is actually gained. One more thing I want to share with you people as a child refugee is the importance of commemorating days like today, like we do with 11 September as a community. Because not only are we preserving the collective memory, which is an act of resistance itself, because we're not allowing the whitewashing of history, but we're passing on to the next generation the seeds of that memory and the seeds of that activism. Because in trying to wipe out other people, it is in the children and the generation that come that struggle will continue. And through our beautiful Palestinian diaspora, such as Mashia, Dima, Saha, Adam, and the rest that we're blessed to have, we stand with them in the international platform to demanding the right for refugees to return. As a Greek writer once says, Dino Christianopoulos, they tried to bury us. They did not know we were seeds.
Wow! Hey!
Our collective memory sows the seeds for future resistance and action. Viva Palestina!
Viva Palestina!
Viva Chile and the Chile people as well! Thank you, Maria.